This isn't just a coaching program. This is how I honor them, how I'm going to honor them. This is how I make sure that Pamela's love, her protection, her fierceness lives on. This is how I make sure that Danielle's courage, her fight, her strength wasn't in vain. This is how I make sure that Jasmine's short life mattered. This is how I stand beside Maya and say, you can survive unfathomable losses, and still build a life. Your great auntie is proof.
Hi, I'm Helen Blocker Adams, host of Reset to Reinvent podcast.
And I'm Vanessa, CEO of Talent Connect.
We have connected our talent as women entrepreneurs, and I am pleased to announce Talent Connect as a founding sponsor for our popular podcast.
For any of your staffing, payroll, or other business services needs, be sure to check out our website at talentconnectga.net. That's talentconnectga.net.
And don't forget to subscribe to our popular YouTube channel, Reset to Reinvent YouTube channel.
Today's episode of Reset to Reinvent podcast is brought to you by the Adams Group Agency, developing final expense leaders.
Welcome to Reset to Reinvent podcast, where we empower women and entrepreneurs to rebuild and thrive after life's toughest challenges. I'm Helen Blocker Adams, founder of Unusual Determination, breast cancer survivor, published author, and licensed insurance specialist with over 11 years of experience helping women protect their futures. I've lived on 3 continents, survived breast cancer, run for political office 3 times, and rebuilt my life more times than I can count. And now I help women like you do the same with both the inner transformation and the outer protection you need to build boldly. Let's dive in.
Hello, and welcome to episode 46 of Reset to Reinvent podcast. I am your host, Helen Blocker Adams. So glad to be with you here today. Oh my goodness, we have got a show for you. So all I could do is say, get ready, get ready, get ready. Because here's what's happening. For the past 3 weeks, okay, I have been sharing my story with you. Okay, sharing my story with you. So week 1, why I have been playing small and why I'm done with that. That's what we talked about in week 1. Week 2, we talked about my cancer diagnosis that occurred in April of 2021, the day that everything changed. And then week 3, last week, we talked about what cancer taught me about financial protection and why security enables courage. Okay. Today, I want to tell you why I'm launching the Protected Reset right now. Why? In January of 2026. Why not wait until I've made it? Whatever that means. I've made it in life. Why launch while I am still rebuilding? Okay? Because I'm launching for the women who didn't get to rebuild. And I need to tell you about them. I'm going to tell you about them in today's episode. But before we go further, please don't forget to subscribe, download, and share our episode, especially this one. And by the way, if you haven't listened to the past 3 weeks of this whole series in the month of January, I highly encourage you to go back and do a binge. Go ahead and do a Reset to Reinvent binge, podcast binge, okay? Oh, I want to give a shout out to my barber, Bridget Cherry. Check it out. Check it out. You like. Yes, she hooked me up. She hooked the sister up. And by the way, she listens to my podcast. So I want to thank you so much for that. And I want to thank everybody else for watching our podcast. It means so, so much to me. Also want to thank our founding sponsor, Talent Connect, talentconnectga.net. Check them out. You know, if you're interested in payroll, if you need temp or full-time employee, for you small businesses out there, check out Talent Connect, talentconnectga.net. They will take care of you, I promise. So let me tell you why I'm launching Unusual Determination Coaching now at this time. It's about 4 women in my life who I've known all along that they've made an impact on my life. But until really, like in the past, from the time of this recording, so in the past like 48 hours, it's like hit me like a ton of bricks. And I have to admit, it was my producer and dear, dear friend who made me realize it, and it's come full circle. And so I want to share with you about these 4 women who have made such an impact to me and how it impacts and makes Unusual Determination what it is and what it will be. You ready? You ready? Okay, so January 2019, my sister Pamela, my only sister, died unexpectedly. She was 53 years old. Pam was my only sister. She was my rock. She was my armor bearer. She was my best friend. She loved her husband. She loved her 2 children. She loved her great grands, and in particular, Maya, her great granddaughter, who Mayana calls her Mimi. And Pamela loved me fiercely. Okay, she loved me fiercely, protectively, unconditionally. That was my sis, Pamela. Maya, my great niece, my sister's granddaughter, my niece Rebecca's daughter. She was only 15 years old when she found her Mimi that day. It was the worst day of our lives. Oh my gosh. 15 years old. She was only 15 years old. I can't even imagine what that did to her, even today. But I can tell you what she did do with it, with this loss, with that horrible loss. She kept going. She kept building. She continued running her businesses. Yes, businesses. She's an entrepreneur like her great auntie, okay? She started college. She continued college because she was already in college at the time. She refused to quit. That's my Maya. Pamela was gone. But the losses didn't stop there. April 2023, 4 years after losing Pamela, my niece Danielle, my brother, oldest daughter, my oldest niece, died at the age of 39 years old after battling multiple cancer diagnoses. Danielle was a loving mother of 3 boys, a devoted wife. She adored her auntie. She adored her auntie, and I adored her. We would talk for hours, oh my gosh, about business, education, life, our relationship with God and family. We communicated regularly, really up until she was no longer able to. She fought cancer so hard. She was my hero. And she fought cancer for about 13 years of her life. So courageously. My hero. I even wrote a dedication to her in my book, Unusual Determination. She was also instrumental, my Danielle, in helping me launch my breast cancer resource website called hopetnbc.info. hopetnbc.info. Check it out. But folks, she lost a fight. She lost a fight. She lost a fight to cancer with so much dignity. 2 months later, after I lost my Danielle, June 2023, My youngest niece, Jasmine, died from a brain aneurysm. Unexpected. Jasmine was Danielle's sister, another of my brother's daughters. Jasmine was only 24 years old. Two months separated the death of my oldest niece and my youngest niece in 2023. Danielle in April, Jasmine in June. They were sisters. So my brother lost two of his children within 8 weeks. Oh my gosh. We were broken. Oh, it was a horrible time for our family. Jeez. Maya, my great niece, who found her Mimi, Pamela, 4 years earlier, lost two cousins within 2 months. She was 18 years old when Danielle and Jasmine passed away. I lost my only sister in 2019. I lost two of my nieces, my brother's daughters. They were sisters in 2023, 2 months apart. 2 years ago, after I lost Pamela in April of 2021, now remember my sister passed away in January of 2019. So 2 years later, and when I think about this, my sister, she was so nurturing and everybody loved her and she just, everybody loved her. She just had that effect on people. And I know if she had been here during my diagnosis, she would have been there just like my mom was. I mean, just every day she would have been there. She would have been at all my chemo. She would have been there. And I just miss that about her. But okay, so 2 years after I lost Pamela, April of 2021, I was diagnosed with breast cancer myself. And of course, you remember me sharing that story. I remember sitting in my car after pulling up in a Circle K parking lot, hearing the words from my surgeon oncologist, "You have cancer." And thinking, Pamela didn't get to fight this. Danielle had been facing a cancer battle for years. I have to survive. I have to fight. So I fought for Pamela, who was my armor bearer and didn't get to rebuild after death took her unexpectedly. For Danielle, who had been in the cancer fight for years and later lose. For Jasmine, who I didn't know yet would die unexpectedly 2 months after her sister. And for Maya, who'd already lost so much and would lose more. 4 women who have been an incredible part of my life. I fought. I had to fight. I had to survive. And then in November 2024, 16 months after losing Danielle and Jasmine, I lost my income. Yep. Constructively terminated from the insurance company where I spent 10 years building a team of over 600 agent partners, gone up to, I call it the day that they took everything that I earned, $28,000 a month in residuals, money that I'd earned. I wasn't on salary. I earned it, commission, insurance, not a salary, but commission on policies that I'd worked in service over a period of 10 years. That money that I had used to buy my first $400,000 estate home, money that I used over the years, over the 10-year period, to buy my dream car, my Mercedes-Benz GLE 350, Was able to, in that 10-year period, with this money that I earned, to pay off my mother's car. And there was so many things that I was able to do with this income. Built a life that I was proud of, and they took it. Made my position so untenable that staying was impossible. They avoided calling it termination so they wouldn't face consequences. Think about it, $28,000 to zero, just like that, overnight. And I thought, oh man, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Starting over from scratch. My savings weren't going to last but so long. And then I remembered, oh my gosh, Pamela, sis, didn't get a chance to rebuild. Danielle didn't get a chance to rebuild. Jasmine didn't get a chance to rebuild. But I do. And I did. I've survived cancer. I rebuilt from 2 divorces. I've lost 3 political races publicly. I've miscarried, which many of you don't know about that. Yes, I had a miscarriage years ago when I was married to my second husband. I miscarried and grieved the motherhood I never have and was never able to have. And that's why I always talk about my nieces and nephews, my great nieces and great nephews. Those are all my babies. Oh, I'd lost Pamela. I'd lost Danielle. I'd lost Jasmine. I've rebuilt 7 times before, but financial devastation at this scale was huge, folks. It was huge. This was reinvention number 8. And I'm going to tell you, it felt impossible. So for the first 3 months after that, I was in shock. I was in disbelief. I was like, oh my goodness. I was angry. And then I was terrified. I was like, it's just me. I've got to make an income. And then I thought, could I rebuild in the same way with just one company? Try to get back to the $28,000 a month? But then I was scared because frankly, I'm thinking in my head, oh my gosh, who's to say another insurance company wouldn't do the same thing? How do I know? I'm in my mid 60s. At this point, I don't have 10 more years to try to figure it out. I'd given 10 years of loyalty, and that loyalty made me vulnerable. I need you to hear me, guys. Because when they decided I didn't matter anymore, they just took it all. So I made a different choice. I decided I would never, ever, ever again put my financial security in the hands of just one company, one job, one income stream. I signed with multiple insurance carriers, not just one. And that's starting to flourish over a period of time. It takes time to rebuild. I'm still here. Thank the Lord. God, you got to realize God is your source. God is your source. God is our source, no matter what's going on. Okay. 4 months later, after this November 2024 situation, I launched this podcast, Reset to Reinvent. 5 months after that, I started my YouTube channel. I built content that no one can take away. Authority that lives outside of any company's control. So here's the deal. Ladies and gents, here's the deal. I'm building something that can't be taken away from me, and you've got to do the same. Something no single company can destroy. I'm building something that uses all of me. I can't I mean, I love having my insurance license. I've been licensed for 11 plus years. So I am not going to kick that to the curb because one insurance company decided to kick me to the curb. Y'all feel me? Use that to your advantage. That's your license. You earned your insurance license for those of you who are in the insurance field. So I'm building something now that uses all of me, my insurance expertise, my survival story, my life's experiences, and my love for Pamela, Danielle, Jasmine, and Maya. And that's what the protected reset is all about. Not just getting back to where you were. Oh, no. But building something better, something resilient, something that's yours. So when I think about the past 14 months, oh, it's been hard. I realize that God has brought me through this. And whatever you might be going through, it may not be as severe as what I've gone through, but all of us have gone through some stuff. Let me tell you, God is going to bring you through it. You've just got to hang in there. You've got to lean in closer to Him. You've got to study and get in the Word. One of the things in May of 2014, I made a vow to my God. After all of that tumultuous May 2014 mayor's race, I said, God, I realized that I had stepped away from my close relationship with you, serving man and woman ahead of you. And I said, I will never do that again. And so from that point, from May to 2014 to now, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but God and I, we are walking step by step, okay, side by side. We're like this, okay? We're like this. And so when I think about the past 14 months, I realize that God has brought me through. He allowed me to sign on with multiple insurance carriers, link up with my CPA agency, CPA mentorship, and that allows me to build and grow. I never, ever, ever will depend on just one company again. God allowed me to launch this podcast, now episode 46, building authority that no one can take away from me. He allowed me to start my YouTube channel. This is God allowing me to do this, not me, not me. I'm not taking any credit for this. Started my YouTube channel with close to 200 shorts, AKA short mini videos, and close to 30,000 views. I'm still a new kid on the block, okay? And created Unusual Determination Coaching, monetizing my wisdom and experience. Now, let me tell you, I'm not back at $28K a month yet, but I average maybe $6,000 to $8,000 a month over the past year or so. Exhausted my savings. My credit report has my credit score has plummeted almost back to where it was in 2014. But it's okay. It's okay. I want to build it back up. Okay. I've maxed out my credit cards. When I tell you it was a really rough year in 2025, oh my gosh. But I'm still here. God has brought me through. We are children of God and He is our source. We've got to realize that. And so 2025, folks, was a faith walk for me. Okay. It was a faith walk for me. God showed me how to lean and trust in Him. Because if you lean and trust on one company, they can do like what happened to me and take everything away from you and make it so hard for you to try and get it back that it's like you feel like giving up. And I realized, oh, no, I can't give up because of Pam, because of Danielle, because of Jasmine, and because of Maya. Okay. And that's what my Protected Reset program is all about. Oh my gosh. So God also showed me how to lean and trust in him. And he showed me how to build something that can never be taken away from me. And folks, I want to show you how to do the same. So when I say the Protected Reset is personal, I mean it. Every woman I coach is Pamela, who loved fiercely and deserved to rebuild. Every woman I coach is Danielle, who fought cancer courageously and deserved to win. Every woman I coach is Jasmine, who was 24 years old and deserved decades more. Every woman I coach is Maya, who found her Mimi at 15 years old, lost both of her cousins at 18, and is still building her life with unusual determination. So this isn't just a coaching program. This is how I honor them, how I'm going to honor them. This is how I make sure that Pamela's love, her protection, her fierceness lives on. This is how I make sure that Danielle's courage, her fight, her strength wasn't in vain. This is how I make sure that Jasmine's short life mattered. This is how I stand beside Maya and say, you can survive unfathomable losses, and still build a life. Your great auntie is proof. So I think of my sisters and my nieces often. There is not a day or a week go by that they don't cross my mind. But as I was using my quiet reflection time and with nudging from my producer and dear friend, she made me realize the connection between unusual determination coaching and why I have been so passionate about launching this business. She said she's seen a different kind of light in me, in my eyes, in my conversation and how I talk about it, that neither one of us at the time could put our hands on, our fingers on, what is it about this? Because I've done a lot of things, y'all know that. And I'm pretty, I get excited and pumped up about a lot of different things. And it's like, what is it about this unusual determination coaching? This got you so fired up. And it wasn't as if I haven't been coaching or mentoring before. Geez, I've been doing this all my life for free, pretty much, informally, okay? For much of my life. Because I love serving people. I love helping people, especially women. Too many women are hurting. I've hurt. I want to be able to help you unhurt by utilizing the strategies that I've done, that I've implemented, that in real time I have done and been able to do, so I can be able to help you. So here is something else that's always been in the back of my mind. Okay, each of them, Pamela, Danielle, and Jasmine, they were so much younger than me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm still here. Why am I still here? But we know we can't question God. So I didn't dig deep dive too much into that way of thinking, but it's crossed my mind. I mean, my goodness. And so because I'm still here, I'm like, okay, how can I honor them? Their deaths must mean something. These were three women who made an undeniable mark on my life. I loved them. I adored them. They loved me. They adored me. But they're gone physically. Their deaths must mean something. And then it hit me. Oh my goodness. I hadn't really allowed their deaths. I hadn't allowed myself to grieve the way I ought to. So building this coaching business as part of my healing, as a way to channel grief on purpose, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, I know it's going to be hard. It's been hard so far, as I've been sharing with you today. But I'm just putting my heart out there, guys. I know I'm going to get emotional during coaching sessions, in future episodes, because their names are going to be honored through my Unusual Determination coaching program. But you know, it's okay. I understand what's happening now. And the timing is now. And that burning passion that has been lit for the past couple of months that I've been putting this together, it's clear that now I can channel my grief into purpose. I am building a business for the women who are still here. I am building this business for the women who are still here. Y'all hear me? Because Pamela, Danielle, and Jasmine did not get to rebuild, but I do. And I'm going to make sure that every woman alive who is alive doesn't waste the chance they have. This is a vow. This is my vow. This is my mission. This is my calling. The protected reset. Oh, wow. So here it is, folks. The protected reset is a 3-month coaching program for women rebuilding after devastating losses. It includes 3 months of intensive coaching, one-on-one, me and you. The income diversification blueprint. I'm going to show you how you can create 3 to 5 income streams that are yours, that you can be able to build even if you have a full-time job or part-time job. I'm going to show you how to diversify that income in ways that you may never considered before. We're going to help you put together a plan, a year, 12-month plan to make this happen. That's a part of the Protected Reset program. Comprehensive insurance needs analysis, a crisis to clarity framework. We're going to meet you where you are to take you where you want to go. We're going to stabilize. We're going to diversify, and then we're going to protect. Okay. Email support throughout. However many times we need to communicate during those 3 months, it's going to be me and you, baby. Okay. You're also going to receive in this Protected Reset program an autographed copy of my book, Unusual Determination, Helen's Breast Cancer Journey to Victory. Now, this founding member, I'm only accepting right now 5 women. 5 women for this beta program. 5 founding members, 1997. 1997. We're going to have a payment plan. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to unusualdetermination.com and then click on where it says a book a consultation. Fill that out. I'll get it, and then we'll communicate and talk. Okay. I'm only looking for 5 women. 5 women. Go to unusualdetermination.com. Do that right now. And click on book a consultation. Complete the application form, and I'll get back with you right away. And we'll talk about the details. Okay. I'm only taking 5 women for this first cohort. So family, let me tell you. Oh, wow. I am not launching this coaching program, this coaching business, which, by the way, is going to have a variety of other programs that we're going to roll out. But the Protected Reset is our premier. It's our signature program that just encompasses everything that I have been able to do and implement over the past 14 months. This is real time stuff for folks. I'm still rebuilding. I'm still rebuilding now. But how about I take you along with me based on my experiences? Okay? Make sense? Oh, yeah. Because check this out. I am not launching this coaching business about resilience and rebuilding because I thought it was a great idea. I'm launching it because I have to. I have to. I simply have to. I can help you. I don't want you to look back years over your life later and say, oh my gosh, I should have reached out to Miss Helen, or have little to nothing to show for it because you didn't want to step out and get the help that you needed to get to where you needed to go. I don't want you to not live. Pamela, I am honoring Pamela, Danielle, and Jasmine to make sure women who are here get every tool that I have in my arsenal to help you rebuild. This is their legacy. I lost Pamela 7 years ago. I lost Danielle and Jasmine 2.5 years ago, 2 months apart. I lost $28,000 a month. From $28,000 to zero. Boom. Just like that. 14 months ago. I rebuilt from devastating loss 8 times. And I have the roadmap because I walked it. The protected reset is that roadmap. The protected reset is that roadmap. It's the exact system that I use to diversify and build day by day, brick by brick, minute by minute, day by day on my faith walk. Because you do understand this faith walk, guys. God always tells us, hey, you can order our steps. Steps is one at a time. Yes, we can worry about what's going to happen in February and March and put the plans together. But he says, you know what? Give us this day. So that's how me and God, that's how we roll. That's how we roll. In 2025, that faith walk was no joke. Day by day, minute by minute. And you've got to get in sync with God. I mean, none of this is going to work if you don't do that. Okay. So the protected reset is that roadmap that God's given me, that God has brought me through, and I can help you. It's the exact system I use to diversify and build day by day in real time. We're still in real time on my faith walk. And it's how I'm building financial security that can't be taken away. And it's how I'm going to honor and will continue to honor until the day I die. Pamela, Danielle, and Jasmine, by making sure that the women who are here, who are alive, get every tool to rebuild. And you know what's so just so refreshing to know is that, when I think of my sister and my 2 nieces, they have unusual determination. But check this out. It's in their DNA. They got it honest. They got it honest. And it's just in our DNA. So I'm taking 5 women We start mid-February. Investment $19.97. Payment plans available. Apply at unusualdetermination.com. Click on book a consultation today. I'm going to be responding to your requests right away to discuss the next steps. Enrollment is going to close February 3rd, or if it's sooner, which I anticipate, I honestly anticipate, by the end of this week, I'm going to have my 5. Okay. I'm going to have my 5 founding members, because I just believe that somebody's listening to me right now needs what I have to offer. And they have unusual determination, but we're just going to help you just put some things together using the protected reset. Okay. Pamela was my armor bearer. Armor bearer. Pamela was my armor bearer. She fought for me. Now I'm the armor bearer for you. I'll carry your shield. I'll fight alongside you. I'll make sure you don't rebuild alone. Let's do this together with unusual determination. Folks, I really hope that you have been blessed by this episode as much as I have. This has been tough. I had to go over this over and over and over again and get the deep expressions of emotion in check so that I can at least be able to get through this. But folks, I just feel like I've been, I just feel a relief. I've been liberated because I was wrestling with this unusual determination coaching, wrestling with what is it about this program that just got me so passionate about it. And thank God for my girl, my producer, she just put it out there to me. And she just, it was hard. It was hard. But it was so much needed. And the clarity is there. Unusual determination. Yes, you have unusual determination, but I want you to sign up for my Protected Reset program. Go to unusualdetermination.com. Click on book a consultation and let's talk. Okay. I only need 5 for this beginning, for 5 founding members. Okay. Listen, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on this journey during this month of January of 2026. Our lives are going to be changed. Our lives are going to be changed. And I want to be able to help you do that. And I'm going to honor with so much pride my sister Pamela, my niece Danielle, my niece Jasmine, and my living, vivacious, great niece, Mayana. It's all for them. The Protected Reset program, coaching program is all for them. Listen, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. A wonderful day. Why? Because you deserve to be inspired.
Today's episode of Reset to Reinvent podcast is brought to you by the Adams Group Agency, developing final expense leaders.